Hello everyone. As you all know, we are in lesson 4, that is, what do animals eat? What do animals eat? So we already discussed. So different type of organisms are present, different type of animals. Organisms are animals. What is an organism? Which is having life. There are different types, unicellular organisms and multicellular organisms. Unicellular organisms and also multicellular organisms. Uni means single. Okay, organisms there are two types, mainly unicellular organisms and multicellular organism. What's the difference between this unicellular organism and multicellular organism? Okay, uni means single celled organism. Single celled organism, an organism which is having only one cell. An organism which is having only one celled organism. Okay, its whole body, it's made up of only one cell, like protozoa. Okay, so it is have only one cell, single cell, whole body it is made up of only one cell. Okay, and multicellular organisms. Multi means here many. Multi means many. Many celled organism. So cell, okay, organism with many cells. With many cells. So we call it as multicellular organisms. Okay, multicellular organisms. Example for this multicellular organisms are, what are the examples? Different animals. That's like human beings. Okay, humans comes under this multicellular organism. Next, what is the other one? Okay, other one, birds comes under this. Okay, and here fishes. Okay, plants also comes under this. Okay, in multicellular organisms only. Okay, multicellular organism with many cells. Means here its body it is made up of many cells. Numerous cells are present. Okay, multiple cells are present. Okay, so examples for this multicellular organisms. So here human beings, okay, birds, fishes, plants, all this comes under. So this multicellular organisms only. Okay, we know what are animals. Okay, animals there are different types. So today we will be discussing about this multicellular organisms, their eating habits, different type of multicellular organisms. Okay, and their different ways of eating. Okay, did you understand? So organisms there are two types. One is unicellular and next one is multicellular organism with only one cell, that we call it as unicellular organism, and an organism with many cells we call it as multicellular organism. So we are going to discuss about this multicellular organism. So example for this multicellular organisms are humans. We people, we comes under humans. Okay, we comes under multicellular organisms. Okay, we are human beings. So we comes under multicellular organisms. In our body it is made up of many cells. Okay, and birds, they too comes under multicellular organisms only. Fishes, plants, all this comes under this multicellular organisms. Okay, so animals, again there are two types. One is vertebrates and invertebrates. Let me explain you about this vertebrates and invertebrates also. Vertebrates and invertebrates. Let's discuss about that also. Okay, which are said to be vertebrates and which are said to be invertebrates. Okay, so here vertebrates, 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 and other one is invertebrates. Okay, so animals there are two types. One is vertebrates and next one is invertebrates. What's the difference? What is the difference? Okay, these are very important for you, for your higher class especially. So try to understand this well. Which are said to be vertebrates? Which are said to be invertebrates? I told you animals, they are further classified into two types. One is vertebrates, next one is invertebrates. Vertebrates, okay, which means, okay, organisms there which are having organisms with backbone, organisms with backbone. Okay, vertebrates means here animals are organisms, okay, organisms with backbone, with backbone. So we call them as vertebrates. Okay, and organisms without backbone, organisms without backbone, Did you understand? Organisms with backbone, and next that is this, okay, which are said to be vertebrates here. Organisms with backbone, we call them as vertebrates. And which are said to be invertebrates here. Organisms without backbone, they don't have any backbone. We don't observe backbone for this. You know what is backbone? Is spinal cord here, this one, okay, this is said to be the backbone. This one, okay, we will have a backbone. It makes us to stand stiff. It makes us to be erect. It makes us to be straight. So organisms which are not having backbone, like leech, it is not having any backbone. Snail, it don't have a backbone. Okay, and also this other one, that is protozoa, or this amoeba. Amoeba is also not having any okay, backbone. Okay, amoeba is also not having any backbone. Did you understand? So is that clear for you? So organisms without backbone, we call them as, okay, invertebrates. Which are said to, what are the examples for this? Okay, leech. Okay, leech, it is not having any backbone. And also here amoeba is also not having any backbone. It can be twisted into any shape. This can be twisted into any shape because the backbone is absent. And next, what about this, okay, organisms with backbone? What are the examples for this? Okay, animals. Okay, animals are humans. Simply we can write it as humans. We comes under, okay, vertebrates only. And also this lion, okay, tiger, okay, all this comes under, okay, vertebrates. Which are the organism? Understand this well. It's very easy. Two types of organisms. One is with backbone and other is without backbone. With backbone, we call them as vertebrates. Organisms are the animals without backbone, we call them as invertebrates. Examples for this vertebrates: humans, lion, okay, and tiger. Humans are, we can write it as man, okay, human beings, lion, tiger, birds, all this comes under this vertebrates only. And this invertebrates, organisms without backbone, I said you. So example for this, leech, it don't have backbone, it just moves like this. And even earthworm is also not having any backbone. Amoeba, it's not having any backbone for this. These comes under invertebrates. So we see different type of animals around us. You might have seen, you might be having many pet animals like sheep, goat, dog, cat, hens, like this. You might be having different type of, okay, pet animals. Let's observe how this different type of animals, the organisms which are present around us, or the animals which are present around us, they are, okay, in numerous. Numerous type of animals are present. Okay, from morning till evening, we see different type of animals. And this different type of animals, they are having different eating habits. They take food with different organs. They take different variety of food materials. Do you think dog, what does it eats, we too eat the same? Or, okay, a spider, what it eats and we too eat the same? A frog, what it eats, we to eat the same? No. Okay, from animal to animal, their food habits are different. Their food habits are different. Let's observe what are the different type of food habits of different organisms. There is a activity 1 which is given for you, taking in food. Taking in food. Do you know first animals evolved about 600 million years ago during the late Precambrian. Okay, so that means here what do you understand by this? Okay, animals, okay, they are evolved. They are evolved. The first animal, it started about 600 million years ago. They started 600 million years ago. So let's see the table which is given for you. So let's fill this. Let's see the table. I told you, okay, different type of animals are there and they are having different eating habits. Let's try to complete that. The table which is given for you under activity 1. Under activity 1. So serial number here. Next, animal, a bird. Next, what they eat or drink. What they eat or drink. What they eat or drink. Okay, and how they find food. Next one is how they find food. Find food. So these are different columns which are given to us. Let's fill on this. His first one, sparrow. Sparrow. Is it a bird or an animal? Sparrow, is it a bird or animal? It is a bird. It is a bird. Sparrow. Okay, what they eat or drink. Okay, what they eat, what the sparrows eat or what the sparrows drink. Do you have any idea? Okay, what the sparrows eat or drink? So we see they eat worms. They eat worms and they even eat grains. They even eat grains. Next, how they find food? Looking or searching. Okay, by seeing. By seeing. Okay, or by looking. By looking. How they find food? They look here and there and they find their food. Next, second one. Okay, dog. This comes under animal. This comes under animal. And what do they eat? They eat or they take food. They eat bones or the flesh. We even say it as flesh. Okay, I'm writing here flesh also. Flesh. Okay, and they even take bread. They even take bread. Next, how do they take this food? How do they get the food? By sniffing. By sniffing. S-N-I-F-F-I-N-G. By sniffing they get the food. By sniffing. S-N-I-F-F-I-N-G. Next, third one. If we go to the third. So let's observe first once here. There's the tabular form. We know in our surroundings many are different type of animals are present. Animals and even birds like crane. We see crane. We see cow, buffalo, sheep, goat, okay, and also this dragonfly, okay, and even what do you observe? Vultures, fox. So various or variety type of, okay, different type of organisms we see around us. So first here observe this, okay, animal or bird. So you can write any animal or bird name here. And in this one, what they eat or drink. What they eat, whether they eat nuts, they eat, okay, fishes, or they eat, okay, other animals, they eat grass. What they eat or what they drink. Next, how they find food. How they find food. Okay, so means by searching, by looking here and there, by sniffing. Okay, and how they, this dogs, by sniffing they can find out the, okay, by smelling. Okay, but the sniffing is nothing but smelling. Here let's observe this first one, that is sparrow. Let's observe the first one, that is sparrow. This is a bird. This is a bird. It is nothing but a bird. Do you agree with this? This is a bird. Okay, so here birds, we even call them as aves. Okay, birds, they comes under aves. A-V-E-S. Birds, they comes under aves. The family aves. We people, we comes under mammals. We comes under mammals. Different type of, okay, families are there. That's like aves are present. Aves are nothing but birds. Birds, they comes under aves only. Okay, next, reptiles. R-E-P-T-I-L-E-S. Reptiles. Reptiles means here, okay, which can crawl. Which can crawl. Okay, which can move on the ground. Reptiles. Like snakes. Like snakes. Snakes comes under reptiles only. Snakes comes under reptiles. Okay, aves, birds comes under aves, which can fly. Which can fly, we call them as aves. Which can fly, we call them as aves. Okay, all the birds comes under aves only. Next, other one, okay, rodents. Other one is rodents, R-O-D-E-N-T-S, rodents. Do you know what do you mean by rodents? Rodents means, okay, like squirrel. Squirrel comes under rodents. Okay, squirrel, and also here, other one is rat, mice. Okay, all those comes under rodents only. They bite their food. Okay, with the front teeth. Do you know we are having different type of teeth? Four different type of teeth we are having. So we see four different type of teeth. Front teeth we call it as incisors, and by the side we call them as canines. C-A-N-I-N-E-S, canines. And after that here we see, so here in this region we see premolars. P-R-E-M-O-L-A-R-S. And at the last here at this region, so we observe molars. M-O-L-A-R-S, molars. Okay, four different type of teeth we see. So here how many are there? Teeth, there are four types. Okay, one is, okay, first one, incisors, I-N-C-I-S-S-S-O-R-S, incisors. Next, canines. Okay, and next here, premolars, and other one is molars. Okay, four different type of teeth. Incisors, canines, premolars, and molars. Incisors, so we even call them as biting teeth. What do we call them as? Biting, B-I-T-T-I-N-G, biting. Okay, biting teeth. Okay, these are useful for biting. These are useful for cutting the food. Okay, we bite like this. We bite. So here, okay, rodents, they'll have, okay, better biting teeth. That is incisors. Incisors are well developed for this. So you might have noticed rats. They all the time, they create noise. They bite, okay, one or the other food materials, and even they try to, okay, bite the, okay, non-living organisms, non-living things like rocks. Okay, they'll be moving under the ground. They'll make a hole, okay, under the ground. They with the help of their sharp nails for the legs, okay, they try to dig all that, and also with the help of that incisors, it tries to bite all the time. Okay, how our nails are growing? Do you know how our nails are growing? Okay, every day by day, okay, our nails, it grows. In the same manner, their front teeth also grows day by day. To make it smaller, okay, they bite here and there, and those teeth, it becomes shorter. It makes the teeth short off by biting the different food materials or different rocky materials or wooden pieces. Okay, it tries to bite the wooden pieces also, so that the teeth size may decrease. Okay, those are nothing but incisors, we call them as. Rodents are there, and also mammals. Other one, that is mammals, M-A-M-M-A-L-S. Okay, what is that other one? Mammals, M-A-M-M-A-L-S, M-A-M-M-A-L-S, mammals. We comes under mammals. Organisms which feed their babies with milk. Okay, organisms which give birth and feed their babies with milk, we call them as, okay, mammals. Did you understand? I repeat this once again. Mammals, M-A-M-M-A-L-S, mammals. So these organisms, they give birth to their young ones. They give birth to their young ones and feed their babies with milk. So we call them as mammals. So we people, humans, human beings, okay, human beings comes under mammals only. Human beings, they give birth to the young ones and they feed their babies with milk, So we call them as, okay, we call these as mammals. Can you give, okay, one or two more examples for this mammals apart from this human beings? And even cow also, it is a mammal. It gives birth to the young one. Sheep, it is also a mammal, but because it gives birth to the young one and feeds its baby with milk. Elephant, it is also a mammal. Why? Because it gives birth to its kid. Okay, it gives birth to its kid and feeds its kid or baby with milk. So we call those as, okay, mammals. Here aves, okay, I told you here aves, okay, they are nothing but birds. I said you, birds, they comes under aves only. Okay, and here this aves, viviparous, okay, animals. Okay, we are discussing animals. There are two types again here, oviparous and viviparous. Animals, there are two types. One is oviparous and viviparous. Oviparous and viviparous. Okay, so viviparous, oviparous and viviparous. What's the difference between this both? Let's observe this. Okay, oviparous and viviparous. These organisms, okay, they lay eggs, okay, and hatch their babies. Okay, with the help of their eggs, they hatch the babies. Okay, they lay eggs and hatch the babies. Lay eggs and hatch the babies. Hatch, hatch the babies. Okay, hatch into chicks. Is it clear for you? So we discussed that aves, nothing but birds, they comes under aves. Birds, they comes under aves. I even told you oviparous means here organisms are the birds. Okay, usually the birds they lay eggs. They lay eggs and hatch the eggs into their, okay, own kind. Okay, into their own kind. Own kind is nothing but, okay, to their babies. Okay, it gives birth to the babies by laying and hatching. They lay eggs. Example like hen. It lays eggs. After that, sits on the eggs for, okay, days. Nearly for 21 days. It sits on the eggs for 21 days. So within this 21 days, okay, it provides the warmth. It provides the warmth to the egg. And this egg, inside that egg, we observe it develops into a chick. Okay, the yolk or albumen which is present, it develops into a chick. Okay, this is nothing but hatching. We call it as hatching. Okay, these organisms, we call them as oviparous, which are said to be oviparous organisms which lay eggs and gives birth by hatching to their young ones or to their own kind. we call them as oviparous. And here viviparous. What do you mean by this viviparous here? Organisms. This is external fertilization. This is external fertilization. External fertilization. Fertilization. Okay, what is this? External fertilization. Which is external fertilization? Oviparous organism, they shows external fertilization. And here viviparous organisms, they shows internal fertilization. Internal fertilization inside their body. They show fertilization inside their body. Did you understand? So viviparous organisms, they show fertilization inside their body. They give, okay, the baby develops inside their stomach. But for this oviparous organisms, baby develops outside their body. Outside their body. That's the main difference between this oviparous organisms and also this viviparous organisms. So animals, okay, here this shows internal fertilization. Okay, internal fertilization. L-I-Z-A-T-I-O-N, fertilization means organism, it develops inside the stomach. Inside the stomach, we call it as womb, W-O-M-B. Okay, W-O-M-B, womb. It develops in the womb. So this is internal fertilization. Example for this is we comes under that. So human beings comes under this. Okay, viviparous organisms only. Okay, human beings, and also this cat also, it's an viviparous organism. It gives birth to the young one. Okay, and buffalo, it is also a, okay, camel is also a viviparous organism. It develops its baby inside the stomach and gives birth to the young one. Okay, so did you understand? Is it clear for you about this? So here oviparous organisms and also viviparous organisms. Organisms which lay eggs and shows external fertilization, we call them as oviparous organisms. They lay eggs and has the eggs into, okay, to their own kind. And next, viviparous organisms, okay, they show internal fertilization. Okay, inside the body the baby develops and gives birth to the young one and feeds their baby. Okay, we call those as mammals also. We even call them as mammals. Mammals are nothing but animals which give birth to the young ones and feed their babies with milk. We call them as mammals. Another one, okay, we are having another one, that is, okay, amphibians. We are having another one, that is amphibians. I told you here aves are present, reptiles are present, rodents are present, and mammals are there. And other one is amphibians. A-M-P-H-I-B-I-A-N-S. Amphibians. Which are said to be amphibians, and which are said to be aves, which are said to be reptiles, which are said to be rodents, mammals. I told you already here mammals are nothing but, okay, which gives birth to the young ones and feed their babies. Example like human beings. And next, that is rodents. Rodents are nothing but, okay, which bites their food. Example like squirrels. Squirrels, they bite the food. Okay, they bite the food. So we call those as rodents. And even rats, mice, they also comes under this rodents only. And next here, reptiles. Reptiles are nothing but organisms which crawl on the ground. Okay, which crawl on the ground. We call them as, okay, reptiles. Example, snakes. Next, aves are the organisms which fly. Like example like birds. And next, that is amphibians. Next one is amphibians. Which are said to be amphibians here? Organisms which live both on land and in water. We call those organisms as amphibians. Organism which can live both on land and in water. Why I use the both means it lives in water as well as on land. So I said that, okay, both on land as well as both on land and in water. So only we call those as amphibians. Example for this amphibians are frogs. Frogs comes under amphibians only. Crocodiles. Crocodiles, they too can live both on land and in water. Is it clear for you? What are amphibians? Organisms which can live both on land and in water. We call those organisms as amphibians. Example for this is frog and crocodile. These both organisms lives on land as well as in water. So we consider these as amphibians.